wish I could meet the Queen.
I humbly welcome you back to the land of Brickton. I had a feeling our fates would align once again. Mother Earth told me so. But I do wish our paths crossed once more under a kinder moon. For this one is littered with cunning and secrecy. Now, me and my fellow tribesmen have come up with 3 simple tasks that'll agitate the Tommies and push them out of our land without the need for violence. First, you shall poison their ration supplies with these laxatives. Then, you shall destroy the generator that's powering their turrets. And finally, you'll spread rumours about the man leading this battalion, the dreadful Lieutenant Duale. Fulfill these 3 tasks, and soon Camelot will have an ally in Brickton. Has the great work begun? Take all the time you need. Remember, even the canyon takes its time. We are not invested in Arthur's dream of a united London, writhing under his benevolent thumb. We simply wish to be left alone. And unfortunately, the only one willing to grant us that wish was Arthur. Fear makes companions of us all. The Tommies think they're here to civilize us, simply because we don't follow their beliefs and codes. But tell me, what worth is there in an ideology that has destroyed the world 10 times over and left it to rot? I'd take dying from preventable diseases 1,000 times over destroying the world with my ignorance. Why are you wearing clothes? 'Cause someone told you to? 'Cause someone forced you to? I am merely following my instincts. The one thing the canyon gave me in her infinite wisdom. Like you, I come from the canyon, and I shall return to it once my days are over. But I know that's not what you want to know. The truth is, I don't remember who I was before I became Roach. I wanted a clean start, so I erased my memory through a mix of hallucinogenics and minor head wounds. And I'd do it again, if I remembered the recipe. Your job is to lower the morale of the Tommies through sabotage and subterfuge. First, you shall poison their ration supplies with these laxatives. Then, you shall destroy the generator that's powering their turrets. And finally, you'll spread rumours about the man leading this battalion, the dreadful Lieutenant Duale. Fulfill these 3 tasks, and soon Camelot will have an ally in Brickton. Watch your step.
Mind the gap and all that.
We won't go quietly, you can count on that. God save our gracious queen. Long live our noble queen. You'd have to be insane to take on the Tommies.
Hope you check to make sure no one's home. See you around.
Rule Britannia, Britannia rule the waves. Britons never, never, never shall be slaves.
Cul-de-sac of bones.
Private car, sir! Oh, sorry. Thought you were Lieutenant Doyle for a moment. How can I help you? Really? What is it? No way. We haven't had good food in so long. That can't possibly be true. Then again, he never complains about the food. And he's always got people heading into his quarters with boxes. Thank you for sharing. but I need to tell my mates about this. I'd love to stay and chat, but I need to get to the loo immediately. Can I help you? Stay safe, civilian. These are dark times.
I see strange storm clouds in your horizon. Be careful. The earth trembles at your mighty footsteps. Has the great work begun? I've seen the fruits of your labour. Tommies whispering rumours in between hurried trips to the loo and feeble attempts to fix their machines. For our next step, we're going after Major Sneed, a man who craves the city's crippling comforts, which is my way of saying that whenever he's here, he's always on the edge of giving up. Soon he'll be arriving in Brickton for his annual checkup, an affair he dreads with every passing winter. Through your handiwork, we're going to give him the little push he needs. First, you will spread anti-Sneed graffiti around his beloved outpost. Then, you will set fire to a pile of precious cow manure and create a foul smell over Brickton. And, finally, you will spread rumours about our dear Major. Farewell. Good luck. Tread lightly. Oh, how I wish we would stay like this forever.
Hopefully, their stuff does us more good than it did them.
Mind the gap and all that.
You're back! I told all of my mates at the barracks about you. We knew there was something strange about Duale. We're here to protect the people of Brickton from internal and external threats, whatever those may be. Scared? Absolutely not. My feelings about Sneed are all positive. I don't like his attitude, though. Every time he comes to survey us, he complains about the sorry state of Brickton. That's not our fault. Brickton. Well, go on then. Tell me. Liquidated. Laziness? I've heard enough. That man wouldn't know what effort looks like if it hit him in the face. Thank you for telling me the truth. Now it's my turn to go and share it.
We won't go quietly. You can count on that.
You should consider enlisting. We need people like you.
You'd have to be insane to take on the Tommies.
The earth trembles at your mighty footsteps. How goes your labours? Yes, the fruits of your labour fill the air. Be it the sweet scent of manure, or even the sweeter sound of Sneedly insults. Laura, what's wrong?
It's Sneed. He's arrived at the gate and he's most unhappy.
Is that so? Wayfarer, go with Laura. See what you can learn and what we can use.
Rule Britannia, Britannia rules the waves. Britons never, never, never shall be slaves.
A total, humongous, brutal disappointment to Queen and country.
Yes, sir. My apologies, sir.
I assigned you here to civilize these savages and to teach them the ways of our society. And what do I find?
God save our gracious
Geniuses
queen.
mixed in
Long
laxatives
live our
with your rations,
noble
and
queen.
now the toilets are filled to the brim with dung. Your generators have been sabotaged under your very eyes, and now the entire outpost is without electricity. I've heard disrespectful soldiers whispering nasty words about your great Lieutenant Duale.
I wish I could meet the
Some
Queen.
ruffian has plastered uncivil words about me upon the outpost's walls. Soldiers have been asking me about baseless rumors, the origin of which puzzles and annoys me. The entire outpost smells like cow shite no matter where you bloody are. And if that wasn't enough, now my precious wagon, filled with all of my necessities, is stuck on the path to this godforsaken place. That is why all of you are now on cleanup duty, and if I hear one word about it, I swear I'll send this entire outpost to the pits. Dismissed.
Sir. Yes, sir. You heard your superior officer. Move it, move it, move it!
You should tell Roach about this. I'll keep watch. If you're ever in need of food, we're happy to help.
Oh, how I wish we would stay like this forever. I've seen this wagon before. Needs mythical wagon is filled to the brim with trinkets and gadgetry and the sort of oddities. This is a golden opportunity indeed. Need to survive. Now, if Sneed were to find out that all of his extravagances were stolen, he might shut down the outpost for good. Wayfarer, how would you like to play Robin Hood? Because I need you to perform a little highway robbery. Take this letter and this hat. It identifies you as the Brickton Shadow, a notorious yet fictional highwayman, certain to strike fear into Sneed's heart. I'll leave the rest up to you. I'm sorry, what did you say? I'm a trifle deaf in this ear. Only the canyon's fiercest sentry, defender of her blessed land, a modern-day legend devised by yours truly. Go forth, Shadow.
I see strange storm clouds in your horizon. Be careful.
London's changed a lot, but the weather's still shite.
arrived, Goose. We can't have anyone rifling through the Major's belongings.
State
This
your
area
business
is
or
off limits,
prepare to
civilian.
face the cold steel of justice.
The what? Blimey, you are a loony. Goose, let's put this dunce out of their misery. You've made the biggest mistake of your life. Surrender.
We won't go quietly. You can count on that.
Who the devil are you? And why are you not marching up and down this outpost like I told you all to do? How about I try using my boot up your disrespectful ass, soldier? I'll demote you faster than you can think. Then what are you doing here? Vacate the premises at once! Whipping this den of savagery and depravity into a proper British outpost. I'd ask you what you are doing here, but clearly the answer is annoying me. I come from a long line of soldiers, nearly 400 years worth, dating back to the Smedes from Lanark and the Westbridges in Devon. But more than that, I didn't spend any of my damn time asking my superior officers all these inane questions. Brixton, what? Give me that. My God, I knew it. These people are barbarians. Well, if they'd rather live in the filth and grime, so be it. I won't waste my time civilizing them no more. Lieutenant Duale,
I wish
come
I could
here at
Queen.
Yes,
once.
sir.
I've had enough of this place. By the power invested in me, I am officially ordering the full and total abandonment of the godforsaken town of Brixton.
Thank God, sir. I'll be happy to never see this place ever again in my life.
You and me, Duale. You and me. May these people rot in the
You'd have to be
rat-infested hell
insane
of
to
their
take
own
on the
creation.
Tommies.
We'll leave that fellow Woodward here. He's basically native at this point anyway.
Now, let's get the hell out of here.
Sir. Yes, sir.
You need anything? Mind the gap and all that.
Mother Earth thanks you.
I think of no better reward for your work than nightmare is finally over. Fashioned out a boat Tommies harvested from the canyon herself, and it's all thanks to your best efforts. Not only as a charm, but a symbol, a representation of our enduring love for you, Wayfarer. Now go, and may the canyon watch you on your future endeavors.
We stand victorious.
Welcome back, great requester. How may I help you? May the canyon guide you.
Look where. Be more careful. You have eyes. Use them.
Hail, Sergeant. Farewell.
Hail, Sergeant. If it isn't a Brickton shadow. That's what the folks back in Brickton are calling you. I heard the news over an encrypted radio frequency. Here, good pay for good work. Just don't let it get to your head, and we have much work ahead of us. Hurry on back to Merlin, and tell him to send the troops so they can occupy Brickton. Hail, Sergeant. Farewell, fellow.
Patience is key, for the quest continues.
Only one casualty. Excellent. Ah, poor phrasing. Tragic. Who was it?
Sergeant Brown, sir. Landmine.
A good man. An enthusiastic soldier. Was the outpost damaged in the attack?
Superficially, sir.
What's the combat readiness of the position?
Well, it's not an easy question to answer.
Well, it's all relative, isn't it, my young scout? My questions are easier than the bullets and blades that follow them. Hey?
Gawain thinks there's quite a lot of work to be done.
Knight Gawain. Respect the rank, Scout. So you're telling me the outpost has been stripped? Was hoping it'd be equipped. We're stretched thin.
Sergeant Pili disagrees, of course.
Sergeant Pili? Who on earth is that? Scout, we are fighting for our lives here. I need an objective analysis of the battlefield. Stop covering your ass in some vain attempt to make me happy. Have a clear and succinct report on my desk in the hour. Dismissed.
Yes, sir.
So, you're the one I have to thank for Brickton. Fine work you did. You must tell me about this shadow business one of these days. But for now, there are more pressing concerns. Your rank. Sergeant is no befitting title for one who takes out an outpost single-handedly. From this day forth, shall hold the rank of knight. May you honor it well in these coming endeavors. require your services. I have a job that apparently requires the skill of 2 knights. Can you help? Know what? I don't have time to make requests. This is going to have to be an order. Arthur takes the leadership quite naturally. Fortunately, my soft skills are somewhat lacking, so you'll excuse me for getting straight to the point. Camelot recently secured an old Tommy outpost in the north. Tommies abandoned it months ago, left it to the hooligans. Regardless, we managed to drive the rabble out with minimal casualties. Quite the victory, according to some, but all I've heard is boasts. I need that outpost secure, capable of withstanding heavy assault. Meet up with Gawain. Assess the situation. And while you're there, kick her up the arse. Fact I'm sending more than 2 soldiers. Never mind 2 knights. It's unacceptable. Fix it. Understood? Fine, but brevity would be appreciated. It protects the wall that surrounds Wandsworth. If you were to look at it on a map, you'll see a natural thoroughfare for potential attacks, which makes this outpost an invaluable defensive position for Camelot. Knight, that's exactly what I'd like you to find out. Demonstrably not. All clear. Good. Dismissed. Hail, knight. That's a broad question. I'm not one to reminisce. Not a good habit for people in my line of work. I was in the forces, commando unit. Had a few tours under my belt. Saw a lot. Learned a little. Not a period of my life I hold in high regard. Later, I became a government advisor on specific tactical implementation. Use of military assets. That sort of thing. A period of my life I hold in contempt. I can't help but feel responsible, in some small part, for the Great War. Look around you. I don't think we did very well on the remit of protecting the people of the United Kingdom. The ultimate hidden truth of the world is that it is something that we make, and can just as easily make differently. No, I'm from a small coastal town in the west. Truth be told, there was a time where I'd do anything to avoid being in London. Who do you want to know about? Highly organized, highly motivated, well-trained, and ideologically committed. The one advantage we have over them is their lack of organic support. I wouldn't be confident in that remaining the case, especially if their propaganda techniques gain traction. A threat of yesterday had their hair cut by another outfit of criminals. Think of them like an old landmine. Something that should be disarmed, but easily avoided. London's preeminent criminal gang. About as dangerous as they come, but ultimately susceptible to the issues that plague such organizations. Greed, self-interest, dishonesty. The tactics to defeat criminals are tried and tested. The gentry are the complacent mass that we'll have to shift in order to meaningfully achieve anything in London. Farewell.
Ever vigilant.
Greetings.
Speak your mind.
London is the place for me.
Good to see a fellow knight. Finally, someone without a pissy attitude around here. I'm going to need help restoring this outpost and enforcing some discipline on this squad. They're relatively inexperienced and their commander died in the assault. Most of the squad are fine. It's just Sergeant Pili and Levy Daniels. He's got the idea in his head that this squad is his. So he's trying to force a promotion by acting like a raging bellend. By all accounts, Pili demonstrated courage during the assault. But he won't even commit to doing the training required for command. He is in dire need of explosives training, but he doesn't think he needs it. He does, regardless of if he is to be promoted or not. It's hard to be specific. While he didn't sustain any physical injuries, Levy Daniels isn't capable of carrying out, well, anything, let alone the duties of a soldier. He needs to be relieved. I assumed when you introduced yourself you were his replacement. Since you're not, he needs escorting back to Camelot. I'd have no problem with knocking the twat's teeth out, trust me. But people like him, and I need their support. He was mortally wounded by an explosion. I initially suspected it was a landmine. However, having since seen Pili throw a grenade, misfortune seems more plausible. Here's my original report that Sergeant Pili refused to endorse. Give it a read. I've outlined what needs to be done.
Ever vigilant.
Yes? Good. Your thoughts? I'll scout the enemy position, get a clearer idea as to the readiness and numbers. We'll clear their position when you feel we're adequately prepared to repel a counterattack.
What's your business?
Hail, mate. Speak your mind.
Cover me. I'm going in.
It's about time they made you a knight. Well earned. How can I help you today? Of course. An army marches on its stomach, after all. I'll have the provisions sent to the front within the hour. Thanks for sorting that fire business out. Let's see. We might still have some surplus in storage.
Hey.
Hello, hello. Don't be a stranger.
Greetings. Bye.
You've returned as a knight, no less. You'll be wanting to dip into my pocket for more of my timber, no doubt. Look, I realize there's a lot at stake. But Camelot doesn't feed my kids. Doesn't put clothes on my back. I'll send someone up with the timber. Take what you need for now, but my generosity has a limit. I still can't quite believe it was my boys. But I guess I should thank you for making Arthur understand. See you around.
Thanks for telling Arthur everything. Bye.
Greetings. See ya.
Thanks for not getting my brother in trouble. Thanks for not getting my brother in trouble.
That's any time soon? Just standing here is making me sick.
How can I help, knight? Our first engagement was a resounding success, besides the tragic death of Sergeant Brown, of course. After the operation, I was sent to scout the enemy position, primarily to see how many were left and their battle readiness. Sometimes it can be confusing to have two commanding officers. Luckily, one of them never wants us to do anything, so it's pretty much the same as having one. I agree with the assessment of my commanding officers. As is much of life, sometimes you just have to embrace the chaos. And I know exactly where to find one. I was patrolling nearby when I came across it. Looked in good nick too. I started to remove the piece, but I felt something looming. Decided not to stick around. I don't want to commit to calling it a monster per se, but it was absolutely terrifying. If I was dead, you'd have no detail at all. The most important skill when it comes to being a scout is staying alive. Are you sure? Your funeral, I guess. Here are the coordinates. How can I help, knight? Cheers, boss.
I've scouted the enemy position, and I think it'd be good to engage as soon as possible. If you think we're ready, we can set things in motion. Let me know when you're ready.
Another one? Bloody hell. At this rate, there'll be more knights than swords. Sergeant Pili, reporting for duty. Ah, you're one of those. Just what we need, eh, lads? Another honourable job's worth. If you're gonna bother me with the same bullshit, I'll save you the bother. Look around you. We've got the outpost. The job's done. What else can I do for you?
I don't think we do. She's in command, I accept that. I won't accept bogering about with a bunch of busy work because she needs to feel visible. We fought hard to take this outpost. Outnumbered, outgunned, and on our own. Isn't that enough? Arthur will have us fighting again sooner than later. Why not rest while we can?
Respectfully, I disagree. We lost our commander immediately. Few of the others wanted to turn back. I couldn't let that happen, so we marched in, cracked a few skulls, did the job. There's a few of them left in the factory who need mopping up, but they ain't much, trust me. They're the ones who ran. He had to retire for medical reasons. Fine, he exploded. Stood on a landmine, cut him in half. Not exactly healthy for the mine to dwell on. Whole squad shot themselves. Thought our cover was blown. Turns out the hooligans were too cunted to notice. He had to retire for medical reasons. Yeah, not sure you do. Anyway. He was shoulder to shoulder with us when it counted. He'll be fine. Some people just take a little longer to adjust. Hysterical bollocks. We don't have the manpower or the resources. By all means, feel free. It's not that I'm not keen. I've already done it. The Goodnight Fancy Bollocks considers herself beneath giving feedback. Explosives training requires we build 5 working landmines from scratch. Here are my mines. She said all but one were completely wrong and buggered off in a huff. How is that supposed to help? If I knew which one was wrong, I'd be able to learn from my mistake and repeat the correct process 4 more times. So, if you can figure out which of my mines are up to shape, I can finish the training without the risk of blowing myself up. Deal? What can I do for you, Knight?
So, which one is it?
Bye. What can I do for you, Knight?
So, which one is it?
Cheers. I'll crack it open and figure out what I did wrong. See, I knew it was that one. She couldn't have just confirmed it for me. Something about becoming a knight changes you. What can I do for you, knight? Bye.
Huh? Hmm? Oh, bye. How do you do it? How is it so easy for you? I close my eyes and I see their faces. They had no idea what was happening. I suppose that was a point of sneaking up on them. Turns out they were scrapping all night, taking bets and beating the shit out of each other. Stupid bastards must not have realised they were under attack. Nobody fought back at all. I'm not sure they even knew what was happening until half of them were gone. But I can't get that look out of my head. He was smiling. A big, idiotic grin. Turns out they must have been on something. Fighting for fun. He didn't stop smiling. Even when the blade cracked open his skull, he still smiled. It's just the life behind his eyes, I don't know. Went somewhere, but the smile remained. He was covered in someone else's blood. That's what's so... I know this man killed. He enjoyed killing, so why? I can't forget his stupid fucking smile. Yes, I suppose you're right. I think I'm going to go back to Camelot now, on my own.
old Archie do for you? It's more interesting than running with scavengers, I'll give you that.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah.
Don't think you brought enough to do much good. We're mates, right? Yeah, we have, haven't we? But honestly, this is the longest I've had a mate. Ain't easy out here in Old Blighty to make friends. Even the Thames folk kept their distance from me. A child. But you've got my back. And that's right, Novel. Especially the Thames folk. Oh, they were nice enough, but more skittish than a rad roach in daylight. They'd have been happy to see you lurk, make a snack of me. One less problem for them. They wouldn't have listed a webbed finger unless I was one of their own. It's pretty easy to cut people out with a razor-sharp wit. But you've stuck around, and even thrown a barb or two my way. I've always wanted that. You call one too many grannies commuters in training and they tend to kick you out of places. It's not like I was meaning to insult them. Just wanted to be mates with the birds. More than my fair share. Got some good stories from it too. The world ain't fair, and it sure ain't smart. But you are, and I needed you to know that. All right. Enough with the sentimentality. Let's get moving. What's on your mind, mate? You're my mate. What more do you want? Might not be a bad place for a quick kip. You think everything boils down to binary? Like, is that dust just someone else's noughts and ones? Off we go then.
Patience is key, for the quest continues. Last I heard, you were sent to get our new frontier outpost up to scratch. Anything I can help you with? Can't help you there. Charity is a luxury reserved for better times, I'm afraid. The Fletchers and the Baileys might be able to help you. Not asking for much, then. Well, the good news is I can send up the sandbags. The bad news is everything else ain't happening. Word to the wise, nobody in London has anything that explodes or shoots going spare unless they're aiming it at you. Best of luck.
I've scouted the enemy position, and I think it'd be good to engage as soon as possible. If you think we're ready, we can set things in motion. Those recommendations were extensive, yet you actually went out there and got them done single-handedly. Great work. Gather the squad, tell the men to get in position.
Patience is key, for the quest continues.
What can I do for you, Knight? She's finally ready, is she? About bloody time.
How can I help, knight? Jeez, glad to have dodged a bullet there. Nice job for taking it out. I'll be there.
Blimey, we're practically cooking ourselves here.
Knight?
Knight. Just waiting around.
What Richards means to say is that we're awaiting orders.
That's what I said. Despite our rather calamitous start, we were actually successful. We managed to surprise the enemy, drove them into chaos, and took the objective with no other casualties.
A complete shit show. Luckily, the daft, gormless bastards had no idea what was happening. So I guess it worked out, which is quite lucky, isn't it?
Two hard workers amongst a shower of lazy, grumpy bastards.
Well, we're ready for orders. I've heard other members of the squad may have grievances, but it's not my place to say.
It's all right, I suppose. Could be worse. Pretty sure we jotted these down somewhere.
Yes, I submitted our suggestions that Knight Gawain was so kind as to record.
Aye, sir.
London is the place for me.
I think we're all here. Okay, if I can have your attention, everyone. So, we've got a considerable number of hooligans held up in this industrial complex. The way I see it, we've got two approaches. We can try to do this quietly, or brute force. Wait until dark. Send a couple of men to lay some traps. Wait for some to exit, silently take them out. We'll thin the numbers out a little, and then strike them hard and fast.
What's the point? They probably already know we're here. It's only our mighty knights that they've yet to encounter.
Yes, hit them as hard as we can with heavy guns and explosives. Hopefully they'll panic and scatter so we can mop up the remnants.
Well, we're obviously doing that.
I think that's probably best. I can't imagine too many of them will be going on midnight walks. It's dark at the moment, so we should wait until sunrise. Less chance of friendly fire. I imagine they'll be recovering from their vices also. Get into position and wait for my signal. Once you see the sign, we'll need to throw everything at them. All clear? Good luck, and watch your backs. Dismissed.
Be more careful.
Be more careful.
There's a war on.
There's a war on.
Oi, watch it.
Who's there?
You should have stayed hidden. Can't say. Put that weapon down. You look ridiculous.
Pay for that. Feel that in the morning.
Rally to me!
Camelot prevails. Your life is in my hands, tyrant. Someone there?
If you are a friend of democracy, make yourself.
It's on us and an irradiated potato.
Think you're tough?
Time.
Come on.
have eyes.
You
Use
have
them.
eyes. Use them.
You'll pay for that.
Scum.
Mine. You're nothing. Nothing.
Is someone there?
Why do they always run?
Are you some sort of... By any chance?
My specialty. Let's see what I can do with this. Lovely workmanship, ain't it? Trouble's attracted to you, ain't it? know how I feel about stealing from the dead.
That should be the last of them. Stand down! Thank you for all your help, Knight. We can take it from here. Squad dismissed!
Ever vigilant.
Not even Arthur could pull a sword out of that thick head of yours. Patience is key. My country, I vow to thee.
You win! Damn! Shit! Something...
I didn't sign up for the likes of this!
Just happened.
Yeah.
That's over.
Patience is key. The quest continues.
Be more careful. There's a war on.
Look where you're
Look
going.
where you're going.
You have eyes. Oi, watch it.
Knight, do you have any news for me? Fantastic news. With that outpost secured, I feel a lot more secure. Thanks to your efforts, the fortress to the north will be a significant deterrent.
This is that buffer zone you suggested.
That it is.
Good work. With this outpost secured, we can finally move on to the front foot. Knights, listen closely.
Arthur, Merlin, Charing Cross Station.
Breathe, Percival.
Speak plainly, or at least with a verb.
Eastminster reports there's been an explosion at Charing Cross Station.
This could be a blessing. We can put their weariness to rest by helping out.
With Percival's anxiousness, there's more to the story, I'd wager.
Merlin is right. Eastminster's already fingered a culprit. Us.
Us? I didn't authorize a strike on Charing Cross.
They're saying they've already pinned down the two knights responsible.
I hate to ask more of you so soon, but I don't have anyone else I can spare. Will you look into it? Unfortunately, I do. But I won't sow dissent without evidence. That's a longer story than we've got time for today. Good to hear. Head out immediately.
Ever vigilant.
I suppose you want to know more about Arthur's suspicions. I don't know. I hope not. But if this cause is compromised, you need to know what you're walking into. I won't name names. Arthur's right. Without proper intel, guessing can only do us harm. There are some among us that wish he took a firmer hand in certain matters. If their zealotry has escalated to unsanctioned bombing, there's no telling what else they're ready to do. Proceed with caution, even among friends. Hail, knight. Farewell.
Patience is key, for the quest continues.
Curious about Eastminster. It won't take but a second to understand the gist, and that might help you when your boots hit the ground there. Eastminster birthed Camelot just as much as we did. Our hearts and minds were one back then. But skip to ceaseless riots, and some brutal retaliation by the gentry, and quite a few blame us for their current state. Don't be surprised by a thin veneer covering hostility. Many there tolerate us at best.
London is the place for me.
Hail, knight. As a matter of fact, yes it is. You seem to be an enterprising fellow. Someone who can crack open some heads at a moment's notice. That is a correct assessment, is it not?
I've never seen a pig, but I assume this is how they live.
Ah, getting straight to the point, I see. Hopefully, you won't have to get your hands too dirty with this task. One of my duties as Camelot's leader of communications is to handle outreach. Namely, posters and banners promoting our cause. Most people are smart enough to just leave our posters be, but not the fifth column. They keep covering up the posters we put up near their territory. Worst of all, they're covering them with children's drawings. Fake drawings, yes, but fake children's drawings. Try explaining that to irate onlookers. Because it's always the same drawings in the same places, down to each brushstroke. It's clearly the work of a machine. You might write these off as the rantings of a madman, but I know for a fact that the fifth column's head of propaganda is a protectron. Plain and simple. Would that it was so simple. Alas, we don't have the necessary resources to engage in this cat-and-mouse game. Oh, what a splendid idea. Send several well-armed adults to destroy children's drawings. What a public relations coup. I want you to head on down to the fifth column territory and put up this large banner. I designed it to be impossible to cover and extremely annoying. It stands to reason the fifth column will attempt to take it down, and once they do, you'll be there, ready to fend them and their troops off. You don't have to stand guard for the rest of time, just enough to send a message. Teach the column we're not to be trifled with, and I'll give you a customized stun baton, perfect for keeping their robotic head of propaganda away. You mean apart from the fact that every piece of propaganda they produce is nothing more than the regurgitated droppings from tyrants of the past? I have my sources. Teach the column we're not to be trifled with, and I'll give you a customized stun baton. Perfect for keeping their robotic head of propaganda away. I will be keeping an eye on you through the radio. Good luck.
Equal shares for both of us. Leave some for the rest of us.
fucking kidding me?
This shouldn't take long.
Here we go! That's worthy of a song or three. Why bother with that rubbish? You'll never make a profit off it.
like the sound of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's certainly, something.
Camelot wants us dead? Well, we'll return the favor in kind. What kind of knight bombs innocence? Terrorism, wanton violence,
Listen,
hiding
mate, I
behind
ain't
a
in the
legend
mood for a
won't
staring
stop
contest.
judgment.
Bugger off.
Camelot won't let us live our
We'll go
lives
quietly.
in peace.
You can count on that.
They've brought their violence back to Eastminster. Those damn Camelot.
Ah, the civvy who strolled through Islington. Surprised you're alive. Slipping in to cause more mayhem here? Can't say I'm much like that bunch, but this isn't their normal MO. Guessing Arthur didn't sign off on this one? I know you're capable and have a good head on your shoulders. It's obvious something's not right here. So if you can shed light on this, do it. If I were you, I'd check in with Lance Corporal Briggs. Claims to have seen who set off the bomb. See if you can make sense of what he's saying. You need anything?
Camelot won't let us live our lives in peace.
Greetings, civilian.
What'll it be? The usual?
You'd have to be insane to take on the Tommies.
Stop running around like a cock.
Can I help you?
If you're walking, you're not wounded. Treat yourself. First aid kit's over there.
You down to trade? Take a look. Till next time.
Mind the gap and all that.
Got business here? I wish I could meet the Queen. You're back? Speak to him. Best of luck there.
Boom! Run! So much blood! Boom again! Run! Blood! Everything! Boom! Nothing! Blood! Boom! Boom! Run! Gotta run! Find help! Boom! 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 Angry! Scared! Blood! Run! Gotta run! Find help! Boom! 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 Two! Run! Shelter! Blood! Boom! Run! Tunnels! Boom! Blood! Run! Boom! Hurt! Tunnels!
I can't keep sedating him every time you get him worked up. He said tunnels. Go and be a nuisance over there and leave me alone.
You lost.
You should consider enlisting. We need people like you.
What the? False alarm. Resume usual duties.
My specialty. Let's see what I can do with this.
Anything you need?
Scratch worthy of a song or three. You know how I feel about stealing from the dead. I'll just stay out. Think someone... Doesn't know how to sneak properly.
Who's there? Fellow. Huh. Not so sure about that anymore. Insubordination, sabotage, treason. Which did he lay on me?
Arthur's too weak to do something like that. I bet he didn't even use our names. The Raja.
After we set the charges, we ran for the tunnels.
But the charges weren't synced.
The first one blew while we were still within range. Nothing serious, but took the legs right out from under us.
With our banged up legs, we limped into the tunnels.
That's when the second charge blew.
And that Raja woke up. Ran right past us to the mouth of the tunnel.
The third charge blew and sprayed it with rubble and rubbish.
That's when it noticed us.
Angry, scared. Don't really know what it was, but it attacked.
And that's when we realised our guns were back where we fell. Tristan held it off while I ran to unlock the door. That's... well...
Might as well tell the whole story. We need help, anyway. We didn't want to attack Charing Cross, but, well,
The fifth column have Tristan's family.
My mum and brother.
They promised to let them go if we blew up the station.
But now I can't even walk, let alone make them hold up their end of the bargain. Please, help my family. They're at St. Anne's Churchyard.
Because he's a craven little boy, too scared to fight back. He'd have naffed about until it was too late.
Please, you have to get them back from the column. Thank you.
proper stiff one there. Another rag breeder. Please make this quick. stuff does us more good than...
Who? Huh. Hearing shit.
Civilian, state your purpose. Head on in then. Tucker's been expecting you.
How you doing? Fine day for it, ain't it?
The peasants send a maggot, huh? Lieutenant Colonel Tucker, leader of the St. Anne's Church Division of the 5th Column, and not someone with time to waste. You see, Camelot is finished. We'll pick you off one by one, just like what I'll do to Tristan. Or should I say, John Clitheroe. Did you know his real name? A little nightly birdie whistled it in my ear. Clitheroe. What a pathetic name. Why don't we just skip the pleasantries and get right to killing you? That was the plan for those pissants after all. Loose ends and whatnot.
Damn it! Ready up!
What? Here.
Are you trying to frighten me?
Hope it ain't commuters again.
We'll toss you You're messing with the column. Scum. You signed.
You don't stand a chance against the Fifth.
This. We'll line all the likes of you against the wall.
The Fifth will always find you. We'll hang you on a lecky pole dressed with an ice sign and all.
Duck and cover!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone there? Show yourself! Someone there? South. Tickets? Whatever they had, we probably need two.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're heading back to Eastminster. Let my boy know we're safe.
Those arseholes won't come knocking again. I'll make sure of it.
Did you rescue Tristan's family?
Thank God. Bless you.
So what now, Tristan? We can't exactly return to Camelot.
We head to Eastminster too.
Not dressed like this, we aren't. They're hunting 2 knights.
I guess we don't really have the right to wear these clothes anyway.
Not anymore.
Please, give this to Arthur. And thank you for all you've done for my family.
Hail, mate.